What's going on? What is going on? It is your boy Smooth Blaze, and I'd like to welcome you back to Walking with a Purpose, Embracing the Journey Before You Reach Your Destination, episode 16. Now, what we discussed a few weeks ago dealt with the idea of manipulation versus inspiration. Some people rule by manipulating and controlling. Other people use inspiration as a tactic to get what they need done in leadership. Now for this week, what will we focus on will be power versus position. Power versus position. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, what type of leadership style would you rather have? One that's focused on position or one that's focused in on power? Now, the definition of power means a particular way in which someone or something is angled or arranged. That's what power means. That's what position means. As we look at the word power, this is the ability or the capability to direct or to influence the behaviors of others or the course of events. Now that we understand the difference between position versus power, what have I learned about myself as I look at both of these aspects when it deals with leadership? Number one, my actions speak louder than words, meaning how I move is going to define what it is. Number two, I don't mind getting my hands dirty, meaning there's going to be situations where I need to help out people in order to get things done. So just telling somebody is not always good enough. You got to get your hands dirty. Have balance between power and position. Both are very essential to getting things done. If you have a position and you're able to get, and you have the power to make decisions, you can get things to move faster and more effective and more efficient. My team matters outside of what we do. Meaning, stop looking at, or I don't look at just what you do for me. I look at all the other aspects that come along with you personally, because you're more than just what you do. Number five, taking accountability for decisions and outcomes, whether good, bad, and indifferent. You got to own up to it, man up, take it is. Finally, continue to tap into my morals and values. When you're looking at the morals and values and character of a person, it defines everything. So always look at that. So I look at my morals and values very often. What are some healthy habits that I've created for myself as far as deciding between the leadership of, or basically looking at position versus power? One thing I've learned about that is I've created habits of relationships with other leaders. Meaning you're looking at how they do things, their different perspective, and you put your own twist to it. Next, having an open discussion with my team about the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to understand the culture that you're in. You have to understand what you're doing, what's the good things that we do, what's the bad things, and give input and give them, your teammates, input in order to get things done. Next would be attend professional development workshops. To get better at anything, your supervisor, whoever it is supposed to be able to go to different things to improve and sharpen their skills. Iron sharpens iron. We have to always remember that. Number four, create a positive culture amongst the team. The culture is defined by the leadership. Wherever it stands and how it sits is going to trickle down into what it looks like throughout the rest of the organization. So your leader is a reflection of your team. Speak up for your department and your team. There's going to be situations where there's going to be issues outside of your department, and there's going to be blame thrown here, blame thrown there. You have to be, as a leader, in tune with what's going on with your department and be able to speak and stand up for them in those times when they can't do it for themselves. Learn your team and put them into leadership roles. It's all about evolving. As a leader, you only are a reflection of what you produce. If you produce and groom those persons to be in leadership roles, that's a benefit and a compliment to you. Those are very important. If you don't do that, you need to work on that. Also, setting goals and benchmarks that will challenge your team, not break them. You have to push the envelope with a lot of your teammates. You know their barriers, you know where they can break, but you have to push them to greatness and excellence. So those are some of the habits that I've created or that I do on a regular basis that give me balance with position and power. Here's some questions you have to ask yourself about the time that we have. We don't have much. So, as a leader, there is not enough time in a day to accomplish everything. How do you maximize on the position and power that you have? Meaning, every day, Monday through Friday, the time frame isn't good enough. There's always going to be a fire to put out. There's always going to be a situation where you clean something up. What are you doing within that time frame that you can allow yourself to get the best results, not only from your teammates, but from yourself that can represent what you represent? Another question you have to ask yourself when it comes to the relationship portion of it. When I look at who I am and who I'm connected to, are they more consumed with holding a position or power to make a difference? A person can have a position but no power. We have to always remember that. Some people may be not necessarily puppets, but just put in a place because they will follow along with what the process or the protocol will be. We have to be mindful of that. But look at your circle. Are you around people that have power to make things move, or are they just holding a position that just to say that they have a number, or just to say that they have somebody in their role? Those are two major different things. From a financial situation and financial perspective, look at this. When you're checking on how well you are stewarding your finances, am I in the position to be example for the next person, or do I have to have the power or the influence to connect with a person that is reliable source? Meaning, we have to be real with ourselves. How we are currently from a financial perspective is a definition and reflection of us, right? But you have to figure out whether or not you're a person that somebody can mirror after, or do you have a person that they need to connect with better that does a better job than you because you're not there yet. You have to always look at that because your position determines where you're going to go. However, the power to make those moves and decisions, that matters more. Lastly, dealing with your faith. There are times when you feel powerless because things aren't going the way that you want it, and that happens in life. Do you and God, does God help position you and give you the resources that you need? Let me go back. Does God put you in place to position you and give you the resources that you need? What I mean by this is that there's going to be a lot of situations where your skills and abilities will be to a certain point. You have to make sure that God is the foundation so it can keep you in that place, so where you lack, he can outsource and give things to you throughout that process. So you have to understand the alignment with your skills. There's no way you can fail. So now that we understand how position and power impacts leadership, what happens when we see or use these leadership skills wisely? Number one, it empowers others to strive for greatness. That's very important, striving for greatness so that they can elevate. Number two, your morals, values, and character will not be questioned. People cannot challenge you. They may say things about you, but they can never take away your morals, your values, and your character. Three, maximize on the limited time you have each day. Every day is a blessed day. However, there's not enough time to do what you need to do. Maximize on that. My circle will continue to prosper in all areas of life. When you are doing well and you have a circle full of person that's doing well, y'all bouncing ideas off, you'll see the flow of prosperity goes in. So keep that in mind. Your circle matters. God will be your guide regardless of what you lack or overlook. There's going to be times where you do lack or you miss out or forget something. God will snap you back in and put you in the game where you can take care of business. Finally, being a good steward of your money will inspire the masses. As we create this culture of being good stewards of money and doing all the things that we need to do, What it does is grow the community and allow that to be pushed out to each and every family so that we can make a major impact. As we close, I'd like to thank you to take time out to look at my channel for a minute. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, select all, so you will not miss one video. Now, before we go, please remember this simple phrase. We cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with purpose. It is your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out.